Everybody, welcome back to thescylounge. Here to discuss some World Cup action, day number 23. Honestly, I had to get that video out of the way earlier just because I can't stop laughing. This is just fucking hilarious. Day number 23. England versus Croatia. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I will burst into laughter mid-video because this is just fucking sad, pathetic, and hilarious. But it didn't even start like that. It didn't start like that. For England, it started with a lot of hope and a lot of optimism, where Kieran Trippier on a free kick outside the box, beautiful curler, beautiful fucking curler. I mean, 6 minutes into the match, what a great start. What a great, fucking carrier to get you through to that first half, right? And so the first half, man, I mean, it looked good. England, albeit didn't find enough creativity to get their motors running and shit, they kept it pretty tight. Croatia was asking the questions. They were making way too many shots and, held majority of possession, but without much fruition. And then in the second half, 68 minute, oh boy, Perisic deserves to get a fucking statue for this shit. I believe it was on a fucking break where players were going on a break. A beautiful fucking cross over the players to Perisic, who pretty much karate kicks that shit. He karate kicks the goal in, and it's just absolute madness. 22 minutes before full time in regulation, and this guy does a karate kick. The momentum shifted at that point. In my opinion, this is when the momentum shifted. The body language of all the English players, I think, they were downtrodden. They were absolutely downtrodden. They didn't want to do anything anymore. And it was more telling by extra time. By extra time, English players looked like they wanted to do, they wanted nothing to do with the World Cup at this point, I feel. Other than maybe Rashford and Pickford, other than those two guys, I honestly thought everybody else was pretty bland and lackluster. Dele Alli was playing this frustrating game of, I want to just attack everybody. But that's not how you win football matches. And so this is where this is where hilarity ensues. And this is where just typical England. And I'm gonna get to England in a bit. I'm gonna destroy England's asshole on you one because it's coming home shit. We're gonna destroy this little talk in a bit here. And so let's think about this. England's defense prolapses, absolutely prolapses, can't clear a fucking ball in their own third. And Mandzukic is able to capitalize, juke a defender inside the box and fucking net a goal right behind Pickford. Pickford had no goddamn chance. And final whistle blows. It's 2-1. 2-1 to Croatia. Croatia is the second smallest nation in World Cup history to make it to the fucking final. Congratulations to Croatia, who will be facing France, which I've wanted this match for so fucking long. Since I saw... For me, it becomes very clear and apparent when I watch the first day of each group. That's when I can tell, okay, maybe body language, squad, skill, talent level, all this shit. What's that going to equate to? And I was saying for a while, maybe France versus Croatia is a very, very valid final. I also said England versus France, and in an upside down world, fucking France versus Russia. But I've held to the fact that France is going to win the World Cup. And to be fair, Croatia really has been showing some balls. I mean, last 3 matches, they go into extra time. Croatia is able to just saddle up and get their fucking jobs done. And to be really honest, man, I think Croatia is going to give France a lot of trouble. I'm going to be previewing that in a couple of days here. I'm going to gather some shit, get my thoughts together. I know I'm going to have a huge France bias, but obviously when I do score predictions, it's not really going to show. I honestly still think, compared to Croatia, I'll just give you a little snippet right now. I think the fact that Croatia's defense can hold on to even if they're down 1-0, they can hold on to just a 1-goal conceded margin. Like, if they can hold on to that defense is pretty goddamn stellar. And Subasic is no scrub either. He's a goddamn beast. But my whole thing with France is you have a very young defense, and if that defense gets goals conceded on, they might lose a little bit of confidence, but that's where Hugo Lloris comes in. So I think, in terms of defense and goalkeeping, they're pretty much on par with each other, which is why the best two teams of the tournament get to the final. Let's get to fucking England. Let's get to fucking England, because oh my god, how did you fuckers think you were actually going to get to the final? Please explain to me how English fans, please fucking explain to me how the fuck you are actually going to get to the final. No, don't even get me started on the fact that, okay, cool, you beat Tunisia, what was it, fucking 2-1 in injury time with a shit fucking lackluster defense. And then in Tunisia, 6-1. Tunisia gets their, not Tunisia, Panama. Panama gets their first ever World Cup goal on you guys because your defense is so goddamn lackluster. It is hilarious. 3 in the back? Really? You're going to put 3 in the back? Yes, Maguire might be a really decent center back. Kyle Walker? Not necessarily. No. He is... John Stone's inconsistent at best, in my opinion. And the fullbacks of Ashley Young and, good God, who was the other one? Kieran Trippier. At least Trippier, he showed up at moments. And the one moment that stood out to me, if you guys rewind the tape, 119th minute and 3 seconds within that time frame. 119th minute and 3 seconds. You have to look at the face of Kieran Trippier. That is the face where the song Sounds of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel is the perfect song. That song is just most aptly fucking song for that dude right there. Also, let's talk about some other players. Harry Kane. All this hype about Harry Kane. He did not show up in the knockout stages. It's kind of the Messi effect where the one really good player has to pretty much do everything. And so he kind of gets washed away in the quote-unquote talents of everybody else. But here's the thing. Massive shout out to Jordan Pickford, who I think is probably one of the best, probably one of the better goalkeepers of the tournament, despite the fact that his numbers don't say as much. But I don't know. I think the whole English hype, I think that was a little overdone. Again, group stages. I know people don't give a shit about group stages, but to me, when you just see through the group stages, what the fuck England was doing, they weren't convincing. And I'm naming players that are actually good. But let's look at the even fucking knockout matches, man. Who was England facing after that shit? What was it, Colombia? Colombia wasn't even that great. James Rodriguez wasn't playing. You conceded in the last few seconds in injury time in the 90th minute to send it into penalties, which you won. But at the same time, that should have never happened in the first place. Defensively, you guys are lackluster against Sweden. Sweden can't capitalize on offense like that, especially when you're suppressing them in that fucking situation, in just one-to-one fucking suppression. And honestly, Jordan Pickford was having a great fucking match. So more shout out to Jordan Pickford. But against Croatia, of course, I've been saying this. England isn't good. Like they have 1 or 2, possibly 3 players that are pretty damn solid, but my God, you cannot tell me England is good. And I know this is an England rant, but I'm just saying, man, just don't fucking tell me it's coming home when every step of the way it's been proven it's clearly not coming home. So that's enough of my rant. I can't fucking wait to see the least loser on Saturday, which is the 3rd place match, which is pathetic as all hell. And Sunday for the World Cup final. I'm going to be previewing that shit soon. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, subscribe, all that shit. Let's all laugh at England. Until next time, fuck off.